Hello, hello, welcome back. So let's check out the mission log. It shows nice little area, nice little sketches of your of areas located. Rather, it shows sketches of either characters or locations relevant to your save point. Also, note it says we submitted, so it will actually change if you did not submit. Now, this upcoming. There we go. Excellently paused. All right, so this section is basically a reprise of the big tower chase sequence in Metal Gear 2. Now, from there, you were going from floor 10 to 20. Here, you're going a bit higher. And if you're in New Game Plus and you have the bandana, this segment becomes extremely easy for non-lethal. Because at that point, you can just spam stun grenades and not worry. Okay, we're maxed out on rations. Notice there's stuff up ahead. If you try to get cute, it will still catch you. Watch. Oh, we don't have any shaft grenades. Well, if we did, I could have shown. Anyway, let's get moving. So you can see why I said this is exactly a reprise of the segment in Metal Gear 2.
Snake, that's the door to the walkway.
It won't open, even if I use the card.
Huh? Oh, that's right, I totally forgot.
Do you know something?
That door sometimes gets frozen shut because it's so cold outside.
AKA it's frozen due to story reasons.
What should I do?
It's impossible to open from the inside. They always used C4 or something from the outside.
From the outside? You can't open it from the inside?
Sorry, it's impossible. But don't worry, you'll get through. There are two walkways that connect Tower A and Tower B. The other one's on the roof. You should just use the walkway on the roof.
Now here we got one of the coolest sequences in the entire game. Basically, you need to have the rope. If you don't have the rope, then you have to go back down. And I don't remember if you go back down without the rope, whether or not it resets and starts another sequence. But either way, you do need the rope in order to continue at this point. Yeah, the size of that dish reminds me of that one. What was that? What was the name of that one communications array? It was in, I think, Argentina, Portugal. No, not Portugal, but Brazil. It was in the news for collapsing a while back. And I know it's also a map in Battlefield 4.
Damn! Snake! I'm afraid I can't let you get past here.
Liquid.
You're not going any farther. Die!
It's a long way down. If only I had a rope. I should be able to use that rope I got.
What are you going to do? Take on a hind with your bare hands?
Well, if this is Metal Gear 1 and 2,
Stay here.
well, Metal Gear 1.
Here's how to repel.
Yeah. Kind of wish they did more with the repel sequence. It's a cool sequence. It's just so short. Now we can get in here without worrying about being spotted or anything. Hmm. Remember correctly, we have to fight these. We have to kill them because otherwise Yeah. Actually, let's see if we can... Yeah, they fire much faster than the other guards. Yeah, we should have saved. Let's save real quick.
What can I do for you, Snake?
I guess it is possible cavemen rush them. I don't remember being able to do that without stealth. Notice they disappeared. So normally you would kill them, and then when you come back, go ahead and do this. Yeah, I hope I didn't break this sequence. Ah, well. So, generally, you're supposed to kill them and then the hind pops up. Apparently, we broke the sequence hard here. Actually, I'm going to go back outside and see if it reset it. I guess not. That's so strange. I've never, ever seen it do that in nearly 30 years of playing this game, man. I've never seen it do that. It's certainly an interesting sequence break. Yeah, we broke the sequence. Oh well. This area is a bit more safe, but there are some gun cameras in some spots. But when you go down, you can see them in advance. At least you should be able to. Should have seen them by now.
Damn. Don't shoot! It's me, don't shoot! It's me, Snake!
Otacon, how'd you get here?
Well, it wasn't as dramatic as your entrance, believe me. I'm afraid of heights.
You were watching?
Yeah, I was watching. I was riding in the back of their truck. Thanks to the stealth camouflage.
How did you get up here?
The elevator, of course.
The first floor of the circular staircase was destroyed.
That's why I took the elevator.
The elevator was working?
Yeah, that's right. You're incredible. Like a movie hero or something.
No, you're wrong. In the movies, the hero always saves the girl.
You mean Meryl? Sorry. Forget I said anything. Snake, there's something I've really got to ask you. It's why I followed you up this far. Have you ever loved someone?
That's what you came to ask?
No, I mean, I was wondering if even soldiers fall in love.
What are you trying to say?
I want to ask you, do you think love can bloom even on a battlefield?
Yeah, I do. I think at any time, any place, people can fall in love with each other. But if you love someone, you have to be able to protect them.
I think so too.
See, this is actually interesting because it sounds like, you know, puppy dog love with him when he reveals what's going on. But this actually plays into his story in Guns of the Patriots.
Okay.
The elevator is stopped down there. I want you to get it to move. You see?
That's weird.
It was working before, but now it isn't.
Maybe the panel's broken.
Can you fix it?
It was working before. If it's the mechanism, leave it to me.
I've got to go and swat a noisy fly.
Okay. I'll stay here and hold the fort. Good luck.
You really look like hell. Are you okay?
Don't worry. If I do this, it doesn't matter. I just pretend like I'm not here, and then I'm not scared.
Strange logic. I'm counting on you.
Man, is there strange logic. All right, let's continue on. All right, none behind there. Ah, see, there it is. We are going to have to use a stinger because we can't use the Nikita here and we don't have any claymores. Wait, if we go further back, maybe. Ah, we can't clear it. Okay, what is that? Fortunately, they have a very short, range. That feels unnecessarily stupid right there. That we couldn't hit it at all. I think there's one more way up there. Yeah, see? Two more, actually. None we could do because we don't have chaff grenades. On the other hand, on the way down, it would be much easier to catch them. See? Missiles all over the place. Yeah, see, now there's chaff grenades. Well, this is going to be an interesting fight.
the hell are you? I'm you. I'm your shadow. What? Ask the father that you killed. I'll send you to hell to meet him.
Now here's a nice little Easter egg. I'm gonna see if I can do it in here. Okay, we can't. We may have to. Okay, we would have to reset and reload.
Snake, are you okay? Don't give up.
Oh, I think we should pick the reset option. Okay, I thought that would take us back to the title screen, not the main menu. All right. So this is an Easter egg that you can only see with very specific circumstances. On modern ports, you have to select this, but on very old CRTs, it was possible to have this by default. Oh yeah, it updates this too. Okay, so it puts us out there. Cool. This is the Easter egg.
Liquid means to bring this to an end now. He obviously planned this.
Maybe the broken elevator was all part of the trap.
Mean he fiddled with the elevator to get me out on the roof?
You'll have to destroy that Hind, Snake. You can see the Hind on your radar screen. Even if you lose visual contact, you can always check his position by radar. You'll have to destroy that Hind, Snake. Use your ears, Snake. You should be able to tell where he's coming from by the sound of his rotor blades. Huh? Snake, you're not using a stereo TV?
It can't be. A mono TV. Well, Colonel, there's nothing we can do about it.
I guess you're right. Snake, don't worry about it. There's more to being a good person than just having a stereo television. You can do it just the way you are.
Mono TV.
It's like a very rare Easter egg because most people were playing on a stereo or something that had stereo built in. Or, they just had a stereo option by default. I don't think it actually mattered. Anyway. Go ahead and fix the sound now. It's actually crazy how many Easter eggs and how much stuff changes depending on what you do or don't do in this game. And this is for a game in '98. So they really went in depth. Oh, it's already set. Okay, interesting. So, if you're on mono, sound, that's when the extra dialogue kicks in. But we're not because we don't get it. remember correctly, the first missile will be towards there, you know, towards the back. Whoop! I was wrong. Okay, so I thought he fired towards the back for that one. He does fire those two, though. You know, fire two of those, I mean. You know, that should count as a hit. Anytime now. Now, this time he's going for the center of the map. The only two times he ever goes out here are to launch the missile. And he only does that at certain hit point percentages. As you saw, he did, what, 50%? Now he's doing it at death. All right, game's done. We can go home now, okay, everybody.
See you in hell, Liquid.
It was that simple, huh?
Takes care of the cremation.
And achievement.
Snake, the elevator's working.
You fixed it?
No, that's the weird thing. It just moved by itself. It's headed your way now.
Is that so? Okay.
That explosion before, what was it?
Oh, I had to take out that helicopter.
Helicopter? That's incredible, Snake.
Listen, I just want to make sure again.
This is the way to get to where Metal Gear is being stored?
Yeah. The entrance to the underground maintenance base is towards the back of the snowfield ahead.
Okay. Find a safe place to hide out for a while. I'm going underground.
I know. You don't have to tell me.
And stay out of my way. Don't try to be a hero or anything.
Okay.
We kind of have a bad record in this game with people being heroes. Well, got chaff grenades, so we can run down past a few of them. Fortunately, we don't need stingers for a very long time. Ominous.
Snake, there's something I forgot to tell you before.
What?
There were 5 stealth camouflage prototypes in my lab.
Yeah, so?
If you take out the one I'm wearing, that leaves 4.
Hey, this isn't first grade math class.
I thought I'd get one for you. So I went back to the lab and...
Yeah?
The 4 suits were missing. Also, about the elevator that I checked out, it's really strange. It was like someone was intentionally holding it.
When you were riding on it, did the weight limit warning go off?
That's another thing that bothered me about it. The warning went off, and I know I couldn't be over the limit.
How much do you weigh?
About 135, but that elevator had a weight limit of 650 pounds.
It would take at least 5 people to go over that limit.
Look out, Snake! The guys who stole my stealth prototypes are in there with you!
Too late, Snake. Now die.
And if we pop the stealth, the thermal goggles, there's nothing there to suggest it. They just magically appear. Anyway, you guessed it. This is another Metal Gear 2 reprise of the Ultra Box fight. And yes, this is one of the very few sequences where you have to kill. And you'll notice they behaved a fair bit like Ultrabox did. specific attack patterns instead of what the guards normally use. I said a little bit, and it's not it's not a full scale reprise. It's just a same concept here. God, wired to me. They really go ham on the gun cameras near the end of disc 1. Now here is something fun you can do if you knew you could do this. It's interesting because it implies that she's loaded in before the cutscene hits rather than loaded as the cutscene hits. But yeah, a rematch against Wolf. Okay, there's something over there. Do we still have diazepam? I don't think so. Nope. It'll be a rough fight.
Snake, are you okay?
Otacon, were there any other stealth prototypes?
No, there were only 5.
So, this isn't stealth camouflage then.
What are you talking about?
Someone's aiming at me in the middle of this blizzard.
It's her!
Wolf? Sniper Wolf?
Yes, it's her. It's definitely her.
Otacon, you sound like you're happy.
No, I'm not.
So then what is it?
Snake, please don't kill her.
Are you insane?
Please. She's a good person. You'd know that if you talked to her.
Listen to me, kid. She's a merciless killer.
I can see you perfectly from here. I told you, I'd never quit the hunt. Now you're mine.
Wolf, no, you can't.
Don't get between a wolf and its prey.
You're pretty good if you can hit me in this storm.
You see, women naturally make better soldiers.
Wolf, don't do this.
Snake, I'm near. Can't you sense me near you?
It's a mistake for a sniper to reveal her location.
Is that right? Well, I'm going to send you a love letter.
So this is actually a reference to Blue Velvet.
Know what that is?
Not many people would have gotten that, when playing this game, because a lot of people who were playing this game were not even born yet when that movie came out.
Now I'm gonna pay you back for Meryl.
You men are
Wait, I'm gonna check the date on that because that may be wrong, but remember correctly, that was an early '80s movie. All right, hang on a second. Let me check that date. Hey, you stay paused. Let's see. All right, so Blue Velvet. Oh, it was '86. Okay, it is possible that people who were playing this game were young enough to not have been born when that movie was made. But it was also obscure enough that it was most likely very much lost on most people who played it because it was a David Lynch movie and not. I think David Lynch took about another decade or so for people went back and said, "Oh, damn, this guy's actually kind of good." But yeah, that's what it's referenced to. And considering the whole lady sniping thing gets reused later in Phantom Pain with Quiet, debate came up of between Sniper Wolf versus Quiet. Who was better? Wolf won. Okay, I'm just saying, Wolf won in my heart. Quiet wasn't bad or anything. Just Wolf was better. Shit, I'm trying to see where she's streaming from. Kind of hard to see her right now. Also, notice the ration respawned. Okay, let's see if we can wait for our laser sight. Okay, she's over there. There we go. Love them hitboxes. It's possible to hit her as she's running, but it's very hard. I would argue, this fight is much easier than the first one. Partly because you can cheese it using tricks like this. And Nikita will show her location via the moving hitboxes. Oh, we must hit the invisible wall. You have to guide it up over the ramp. Whoa. Oh. There we go. I don't even know how to describe that. But, however, the fight is intended to be done with the sniper rifle, so you can use the Stinger if you have the ammo, and you can get a clean line of sight. It's harder, though. Nikita is more reliable. Get back here! Oh, for the love of... Alright, alright. Damn it! Quit shaking! This fight is a lot harder if you don't have Dies of Pamela like that. Otherwise, it's actually the easier version of the first fight. You know, the first fight before the Com Tower and also the achievement. You know, the first fight, you got narrower view, and she moves a lot quicker. It felt like she moved more often too. But here, you got a lot more space to work with, and you can use Nikitas or Stingers. So this is definitely the easier one.
Waited for this moment. I am a sniper. Waiting is my job. Never moving a muscle. Concentrating. I am long shot. You cannot save me. Please. Just finish me quick. I am a Kurd. I have always dreamed of a peaceful place like this.
A Kurd? So that's why you're called Wolf.
I was born on the battlefield. Raised on the battlefield. Gunfire, sirens, and screams. They were my lullabies.
Wow, I didn't know you lived in Detroit as well.
Driven from our ragged shelters. That was my life. Each morning I'd wake up and find a few more of my family or friends dead beside me.
Yo, that's just living in the projects.
And pray to make it through the day. The governments of the world turned a blind eye to our misery. But then he appeared. My hero. Saladin. He took me away from all that.
Saladin? You mean Big Boss?
I became a sniper. Hidden. Watching everything through a rifle's scope. Now I could see war. Not from inside, but from the outside. As an observer. I watched the brutality, the stupidity of mankind through the scope of my rifle. I joined this group of revolutionaries to take my revenge on the world. But I have shamed myself and my people. I am no longer the wolf I was born to be. In the name of vengeance, I sold my body and my soul. Now I am nothing more than a dog.
Wolves are noble animals. They're not like dogs. In Yupik, the word for wolf is Keglenek, and the Aleuts revere them as honorable cousins. They call mercenaries like us dogs of war. It's true. We're all for sale at some price or another. But you're different. Untamed. Solitary. You're no dog. You're a wolf.
Who are you? Are you Saladin?
Wolf. You spared Meryl's life.
She was never my real target. I don't kill for sport.
Rest easy. You'll die as the proud wolf you are.
I finally understand. I wasn't waiting to kill people. I was waiting for someone to kill me. A man like you.
loved you.
What is it?
My gun. Give it to me. She's part of me. Everyone's here now. Okay, hero. Set me free.
Goodbye. Snake, you said that love could bloom on the battlefield. But I couldn't save her. What are you doing?
Returning it to its owner. I don't need a handkerchief.
Why?
I don't have any more tears to shed.
Once again, we see wider so many Solid Snake themed names on message boards during the late 90s and early 2000s.
I know.
You'll have to protect yourself now. Don't trust anyone.
Yeah.
If I can't stop Metal Gear, this whole place will probably be bombed to hell.
Yeah.
We might not meet again.
I'll hang on to my codec. I want to keep helping.
You can leave anytime. Get a head start. A head start on your new life.
Funny thing is, he can't actually leave.
Snake! What was she fighting for? What am I fighting for? What are you fighting for?
Throw down there, Zero.
If we make it through this, I'll tell you.
Man, I don't think anyone's going to get that joke.
Okay. I'll be searching too.
So that sequence basically, Konami did in '98 what took Square another 8 years to do, and that's give a villain a sequence, a boss or villain a sequence where they give a speech and you think, maybe they weren't the bad guys after all. Yeah, I know that was kind of a cheap shot, but this was kind of the trend. I guess I didn't think about it starting more with Metal Gear, because honestly, a lot of the characters so far are actually kind of sympathetic in their own way. There's usually something screwed up that made them join Foxhound. Anyway, this area is really safe to explore. If you go back over to Wolf's body, let's see, where is it? Yeah. Okay, so they haven't spawned yet. At some point, another dogs spawn, and in this area, the entire Snowfield is reused in Guns of the Patriots as the boss fight battle with Crying Wolf. And yes, it's meant to be a huge callback to this fight. Oh, what? I didn't even see those things there. Can't tell. Yep, it's still active. Oh, right. It's up high enough that we can't reach it. Ah. Alright. Chaff grenade. Man, this thing's annoying. Wait, there was diazepam here the entire time? I bet we... Okay, so if you move up too far, you can't actually access, that area. So that's probably what the problem was. Okay, we cleared that one out. So yeah, that's probably why we didn't get it. Right. Nasty little tricks in here. Okay, that was funny. Yeah, this entire area has got a lot of nasty stuff in it. Any more tricks around here, people? Oh, and there's an Easter egg around here, too. We'll go... Whoa! Ooh. Eesh. Okay, so let's see. Should be around here somewhere. There it is.
Colonel, listen to me. I found a parachute near the wreckage of the Hind.
A parachute? You don't think that Liquid survived?
Impossible. As soon as he jumped out of the pilot's seat, he'd be sliced up faster than an onion on an infomercial.
So what's that parachute doing there then?
I have no idea.
A trap?
Either that or a message. To me.
Meaning I'm not dead, I suppose.
Maybe. But I think it's more like I'll string you up.
Well, in any case, don't let your guard down.
I won't. Master, you and I, we're nothing more than dogs, are we?
That's not like you, Snake. Don't let what Sniper Wolf said bother you. Listen, there's not a soldier alive that doesn't question himself. And if there is one, he's nothing more than a murderer. But someone like Wolf, a soldier who's looking for nothing more than their own death, is no good to anyone either. Once she started to look for death, it was all over. That's how you'll end up too, Snake.
Concerning.
The entrance to the underground...
Alright, so at some point another dogs do spawn here, and when you come back to this area in Guns of the Patriots, it's a heavily implied they are the same dogs. So nice little continuity. Great, more cameras. Normally you would insert disc 2, but that's not the case here. See? It does it virtually. That's pretty cool. They did keep this in, but instead of making it seamless, they just did this little thing, and I think that's okay. It's not seamless, but hey, it doesn't matter. That's cool. That's cool what we just saw. and you can go right back up. But if I remember correctly, Disc 2 is basically the final area, the underground maintenance area and the final bosses. And you could go all the way back to the heliport and all that. So it basically had the entire game on both discs, but only I think you get what I'm saying, right? First disc had all the story content for that up to the end of the wolf fight, but it also had. Well, no, yeah, okay, sorry, I'm getting myself confused here. Basically, it had everything except the underground maintenance facility, whereas disc 2 has the rest of the story as well as every previous area, because you may want to backtrack to the area and you wouldn't want to have to go back and insert the disc each time you want to go up and down into the blast furnace. So it makes sense.
In China, they...
Let's see. All right, so I'm thinking there is something we can do in this area that makes this area a little bit easier to travel. Yeah, whoops. What we wanted to do there was ambush him. So we'll try that. Try to cut down all the damn alerts we got. It's rough on a new game plus. Without new game plus. Damn, they just don't stay knocked out at all. We'll just take this, Nope. Well, no, this works. Alright, so go back down. Broken the alert. You notice it's destroyed a bit. It's easier to do that with the C4 or the Stinger. We have no Stinger missiles! You know, he shouldn't see us because we're crawling. But now you don't have to deal with the moving crane anymore. And we probably got to kill this guy to get through here, unfortunately. Damn it! I call... Yeah. Annoying. Our kill count's gonna be messed up anyway because, you know, new game. Oh, wow, this area is still active. Oh, great. So, unlike Metal Gear Solid, or sorry, unlike Metal Gear 1 and 2, body armor is actually incredibly useful here. You are dealing with stuff that has a lot more damage, whereas you could kind of just caveman unga bunga tank it in previous games. And there are a incredible amount of bullets in this one, so the only downside of the body armor is it takes so long to get it. Whereas I think it was much earlier in 1 and 2. Felt like it was much earlier. But anyway, this is one of the we're about to hit one of the sequences where you're forced to kill. If you kept your body count low, it's not a big deal towards your ranking. But if you're a little bit bloodthirsty, yeah. And notice it shows up visually too.
There he is.
Look at that, shouting like Power Rangers. Yeah, naturally. I forgot there was one there. Damn camera. Can shoot these ravens and you get extra dialogue if you do it. There's not much point.
crows around here.
Those aren't crows. Those are northern ravens. The Inuit and other Native Americans worship northern ravens as creator deities. Some say that ravens have the power to predict death. The great poet Marlowe wrote about them in the 16th century. Thus, like the sad presaging raven that tolls the sick man's passport in her hollow beak, and in the shadow of the silent night doth shake contagion from her sable wings.
That's pretty gloomy, Master.
By the way,
What?
I've got something to tell you about Naomi Hunter.
What about her?
Is this conversation secure?
Don't worry, the monitor's off.
Okay.
What's up?
I was in the FBI too, you know.
I didn't know that. What's your point?
And if you are, well,
About her grandfather being an
remember correctly, Miller, Cass never was in it.
and then going
He was in MSF and Diamond Dogs.
in New York.
Yeah, what about it?
It was all a big lie.
What did you say?
It was really bothering me. Why would she lie about it?
She lied.
She might be a spy.
Ridiculous.
Come on, even a high school student could see past it.
Have you seen the average high school student?
Edgar Hoover, he was a
I have.
racist. Didn't Naomi say that her father was Japanese?
Yeah.
Well, back then there wasn't a single Asian investigator. Also, in the 1950s, the undercover mafia sting operations hadn't even started yet. They first started in 1960 in Chicago, not New York.
But
You better check it out. The chief and the president mysteriously dying, and that ninja.
Now, see, if like I said last session, if your
are you
knowledge in American history, you would have spotted her, not being truthful from the start. But for the casual person who didn't know that, they wouldn't know that. Here, it's made much more obvious that yes, now Naomi is lying about something. So yeah, and if I remember correctly, yeah, they did start in the 1960s.
Colonel, where's Naomi?
I'm right here, Snake. What is it?
Oh, nothing. Forget it.
Strange.
Snake, by now those terrorists have finished their launch preparations. Stop wasting time. Snake.
You found body on. As long as the strategy.
If I remember correctly, her backstory has her coming from Chernobyl. So yeah, she would be one of the foremost experts on this is horrible. Yep, see right there. It was actually Pripyat, not Chernobyl. Let me go check cast real quick, because I'm pretty sure that there's nothing in Peace Walker, Pulveroffs, or Phantom Pain that indicates he is that he was involved in the FBI. Because if that's the case, that means it was another lie. All right, let's see here. Let's see. Okay, so Cass lived in Japan for 10 years. From when he was born. Let's see. Worked in the Japanese Self-Defense Force. Ah, yes. So the FBI thing is a lie. If you come to this game from Metal Gear 5, Solid 5, both of those, as well as the other big boss games, then this is a lie. But if you didn't know, then that's it's a throwaway thing that you wouldn't think about. But since we've got Ground Zeroes, Phantom Pain, and the other big boss games, we know this is a blatant lie. Oh, and if you don't call Master Miller first, he'll end up calling you as the descent goes down. Now we know why he's called Vulcan.
This is the end of the road for you. Right?
So I think that was actually a typo. He was supposed to. I think he was trying to call him a Cossack, the Russian term, but that's not how you spell it at all.
Turning to the natural world, that which is no longer needed. Sometimes they even attack wounded foxes.
You were the one in the M1 tank? Must have been a tight fit for a big boy like you.
But that was no true battle. The Ravens and I were testing to see what kind of man you were. The judgment is decided. The Ravens say you are a true warrior.
Am I hallucinating?
Nah, that weed you smoked a while ago is finally kicking in. Them edibles were something after all.
Raven has put the mark of death upon you. Blood from the east flows within your veins. Your ancestors too were raised on the barren plains of Mongolia.
Now,
The Japanese are cousins to each other. We
this is interesting, given the revelations of Guns of the Patriots.
you jest, but indeed ravens and snakes are not the best of friends. Nevertheless, you will make a worthy adversary. You live in Alaska too. You know of the World Eskimo Indian Olympics?
Yeah, I know it. Must be a real threat in the muck duck eating contest.
Right.
I like how he said, yep.
It is called the ear pull. It is an event where two opponents pull each other's ears while enduring the harsh cold. It tests spiritual as well as physical strength.
You want to pull each other's ears?
The form is different, but the spirit is the same. Rejoice, Snake! Ours will be a glorious battle.
This isn't glorious. It's just plain killing. Violence isn't a sport.
Well, we'll see if there's iron in your words.
Okay, so before we go on, two things to talk about. One, that Blood of the East thing, again, that's something that makes a lot more sense in Guns of the Patriots because it's like revealed there that in order to create, the Solidus, Liquid, and Solid, the eggs from a Japanese woman were taken. Hence, that is a line that is not made clearer until years later when the series is in its finale. And two, this is Vulcan Raven, aka the Furies fight if Kojima wasn't an asshole. So yeah, this is the good version of that fight. Also, note he has a very high sight range. All right, so there's two different ways that you're intended to do this. One is Nikita, as we're seeing, but you can also use stingers. And if I remember correctly, you can actually use C4 and Claymores, but you got to be really good on the timing for that. Yep, you can use it. Again, you got to be fast though and plan it ahead of time. So there's multiple ways to take on Raven in this fight, other than just missiles. It's really great. What? Oh, hey, no, I crouched. Oh, man. I was sure I crouched. That was a screw up. No fancy Claymore, cheaping. We'll just, blast them with missiles. I was sure I crouched in order to walk over and take that. Usually it's safe to mind the outside paths, because he'll go for those. Damn, what are the odds you would just turn around randomly like that? Whoa, he just ran right over it. Son of a... Almost again. Wow. Man. He goes the wrong way. I love it. All right. Got him that time.
Just as the boss said, it is my existence which is no longer needed in this world.
Oh. Yeah. So it's kind of unclear who it... Well... Basically, you know, he's a shaman and he can see things into the future and all that. It's not exactly clear if he's talking about Liquid or the actual boss.
I will be watching you. Understand? Snake, take this security card. It will open that door. Why? You are a snake which was not created by nature. You and the boss. You are from another world. A world that I do not wish to know. Go and do battle with him. I will be watching from above. First, I'll give you a hint. The man who you saw die before your eyes.
What is it?
That was not the DARPA chief. It was Decoy Octopus, a member of Foxhound. He was a master of disguise. He copied his subjects down to the blood.
Never explained why he needed the blood.
Chief's blood and took it into himself. But he wasn't able to deceive the Angel of Death.
The Angel of Death? But why go to so much trouble? Why impersonate the chief?
That is the end of my hint. You must solve the rest of the riddle yourself. Snake, in the natural world, there's no such thing as boundless slaughter. There's always an end to it. But you are different.
What are you trying to say?
The path you walk on has no end. Each step you take is paved with the corpses of your enemies. Their souls will haunt you forever. You shall have no peace. Hear me, Snake. My spirit will be watching you.
And achievement.
Snake, it's me.
Master.
It's about Naomi. Turn your monitor off.
What about Naomi?
Colonel, is Naomi there?
No, she's away. She's taking a short nap. So what is this about Naomi?
Okay, maybe we'd better let the Colonel hear this too.
Yeah. Go on, Master.
Well, basically, Dr. Naomi Hunter is not Dr. Naomi Hunter at all.
What?
I thought her story of her background sounded kind of fishy, so I checked it out.
And?
There is an actual Dr. Naomi Hunter, or I should say, there was one. But she's not the woman we know. The real Naomi Hunter disappeared somewhere in the Middle East. Our Naomi must have somehow obtained her identification papers.
So then who is she really?
She must be some kind of spy.
A spy?
Yes. Maybe she's been sent to sabotage this operation.
Are you saying she's with the terrorists?
I don't want to believe it either, but she is working for Foxhound.
So you think she had a part in the uprising?
Or she could be working with some different group altogether.
Different group? It couldn't be.
Place her under arrest.
What?
She's betrayed us. She needs to be arrested and interrogated to find out who she's with.
If she's one of their spies, then we're in big trouble.
What do you mean?
Nothing.
Did you do?
Some kind of vital secret or something? Does this have anything to do with the mysterious deaths of the DARPA chief and the Armstech president?
I have no idea.
Anyway, we cannot allow her to participate any further in this mission.
Wait a minute. Without her, we can't complete this mission.
I knew it. You're hiding something.
Give me some time. I'll try to get...
You know, he's an authority figure in a Metal Gear game. He's always hiding something. Big Boss is hiding something.
I understand. Snake,
You know,
give me some time.
Zero's hiding something. Boss is hiding something. Venom was hiding things. Everybody was hiding things in Phantom Pain, honestly. Then you got people in the next game hiding things. Anyway. And here comes one of the most annoying segments in this game. But it can be mitigated a little bit by this. Notice how they just went wild with these. Look at that. Look at that. There it is. Metal Gear Rex in all its glory. Hmm. Might be too small. Yep.
Snake, it's me.
What's wrong? Did you find a good place to hide?
Yeah, thanks to the stealth gear. It looks like they've finished getting Metal Gear ready.
How do you know that?
I overheard them talking. Where are you now?
Right in front of Metal Gear, but it's strange.
What is?
There's nobody here. No guards, nobody patrolling. It's too quiet.
Maybe because they're all ready. They said they even input the PAL codes.
What should I do?
All we can do is use the override system that President Baker told you about.
But I've only got one of the 3 keys, and besides that, like Ocelot said, there's some trick to using the keys.
Leave it to me.
You got some kind of plan?
Well, I'm in the computer room right now. I'm trying to access Baker's private files.
Baker's files? Don't you need a password?
Of course, but there are ways.
Illegal ones.
A hacker?
Yep, that describes me pretty well.
Does it look like you can get in?
I don't know yet. I'll give it a try.
I'm counting on you.
You know, I got to comment about that first before we move on. One, what he's doing is cracking, which is, trying to get access via compromising a password or whatever, basically breaking in. 2, considering he's also a programmer and an engineer, he might actually be qualified under the original term of hacking. The original term of hacking was more what we would call modding nowadays, as in modding a game or something to suit a user's needs better. That's what the original definition of hacking was. You were hacking a program to make it, do what you wanted to do rather than trying to crack it or, get in there. So in his case, he may actually be both the modern version, the modern definition, as well as the original definition. One of those little quirks about this, game.
Snake, it's me again.
How's it going?
Not bad. I just got past his 3rd security level. He was a pretty careful guy.
Not careful enough, you can get in there, geek.
I never met a system I couldn't bust into.
Okay.
The funny thing is, this later comes into effect with scenes in Sons of Liberty and Guns of the Patriots. And if I remember correctly, there is a system either in one or the 2 that he can't actually get in. So on the other side, there should be a guard.
Snake, I did it!
You got past security?
Bingo!
Great. So what do you got?
I accessed the confidential Metal Gear file.
So what about the PAL override system that Baker talked about?
I haven't found it yet.
That's what I need to know.
But Snake, I found something else.
What?
The secret behind the new nuclear weapon. Just as I thought, the nuclear warhead is designed to be fired from the railgun like a projectile. It doesn't use fuel, so it isn't considered a missile. That way it can get around all sorts of international treaties.
Pretty sneaky.
Yes, but effective. And that's not even the scariest thing about this weapon.
Oh, I can't wait to hear this.
It's a stealth weapon.
You mean it won't show up on radar?
Yeah. The truth is, they've been working on a stealth missile since the late 70s.
Why weren't they able to develop one until now?
Because of the missile rocket propulsion system, it would be picked up by enemy satellites.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
But unlike a missile, the railgun doesn't burn any propellant, so it can't be detected by any current ballistic missile detection systems.
An invisible nuclear warhead.
Totally impossible to intercept. And on top of that, it's got a surface-piercing warhead designed to penetrate hardened underground bases.
We learned that lesson in the Gulf War.
This thing could mean the end of the world.
It's the ultimate weapon. And from a political point of view, it avoids the problem of nuclear reduction and nuclear inspections. Colonel, is this true? Are you listening?
I'm listening.
If word of this got out, it could delay the signing of the START 3 treaty and cause a huge international incident.
Yeah, it would be nasty. The United States would be denounced by the UN. It could even bring the president down.
Did you know this, Colonel?
I'm sorry.
You changed, Colonel.
I won't make any excuses.
Snake, listen to me. This new nuclear weapon, it's never actually been tested, only simulated.
You mean they ran a computer model?
Yeah, that's why they were conducting this exercise. They needed to get actual experimental data to back up the simulation.
What were the results of the exercise?
It looks like it went better than they hoped for, but I can't find the data anywhere on this network. You'd think the data as important as that would be carefully recorded.
It was. President Baker gave me an optical disc with all of the test data.
What? Do you still have it?
No. Ocelot took it from me.
Damn. The terrorists have replaced the dummy warhead with a real warhead. Once they input the detonation codes, they should be ready to launch.
So you think they can do it?
I really wish you wouldn't do that when I was tabbing out. Right now I'm waiting for the scene to play through.
Did you find out how to override it yet?
Not yet. It must be in a separate file. Right now I'm looking through all of Baker's personal files.
We're counting on you.
$40 says he finds some truly degrading, illegal porn on there. I mean, he's an old man. He bribed, government officials. I'm just saying, he fits the profile. Now, I know there's a guard around here. Maybe he hasn't spawned yet because we haven't progressed the story enough. There he is. Honestly, we just got to pop him. Wait, where is he? Heavily armored, too. There's only the one guard, too, so, yeah.
Snake,
did you find it?
No, I haven't found out about the override system yet, but I found Baker's ulterior motive.
He's just looking to get rich, isn't he?
Well, that's part of it. Armstech is in much worse financial trouble than I thought.
I know they lost their bid to make the next generation fighter jet. That plus the reduction in SDI spending.
It looks like there was even some talk of a hostile takeover.
Ruh-roh.
It was
bribe money to the DARPA chief.
Bribe money, huh?
Yeah, and Baker was a big proponent of the nuclear deterrent.
The funny thing is,
So anyway,
Anderson didn't really need that bribe money because of the Patriots. Remember before I said he was SIGINT, and he was part of the Patriots, so it's strange that he even had to be given bribe money. Also, Armstead Security does actually survive, but they rebrand themselves. Remember, they come back in Metal Gear Rising, and or is either that or they're involved with the events of Guns of the Patriots.
Okay, I've entered the PAL codes and disengaged the safety device. We can launch anytime.
There's still no response from Washington. It looks like we'll have to show them that we mean business.
Should I set it for Chernobyl, Russia?
No, there's been a change. The new target is Lopnor, China.
Why, boss?
I'm sure neither you nor Mr. Golukovich would really like to see a nuclear bomb dropped on your motherland, right?
Liquid. But why? There's nothing there.
Wrong. It's a nuclear test site.
A nuclear test site?
If we nuke a major population center, the game's over. But a nuclear explosion at a test site can still be concealed from the public. Meanwhile, Washington will be worried about the retaliatory strike from China.
That'll probably mean top-secret talks between both countries' leaders.
Of course. And in the process, the president will be forced to divulge the existence of a new and highly destabilizing nuclear weapon to the Chinese. What do you think that will do to the US's reputation? Or the president's?
And with the CTBT, that means that China and India. I see.
Yes. When the other countries hear about this new weapon, they'll all want to contact us. Washington won't be very happy when we start selling their own system to the highest bidders. Yes, the president will break. He will give in to our demands.
Big bosses.
Joke's on you.
$1 billion.
That money will be used to cure our genome soldiers as well. I'm also including the Fox dye vaccine in our demands.
Fox dye. It killed Octopus and the Armstech president.
Dun dun dun.
So it's true that it affects older people first. Mantis might not have been affected because he wore a mask.
And the funny thing is, Fox doesn't actually work that way. It works off a list, period.
Tranquilizers she always took.
Something to do with the adrenaline level in the blood. Or maybe it's just because this Fox dye was still experimental and they haven't worked out all the bugs yet.
In any case, have you heard from your friend, Colonel Sergei Golukovich, at the Spetsnaz?
He still has doubts about the ability of Metal Gear.
Interestingly enough, we see Golukovich next game. He's just a background character here, but we see him in Sons of Liberty.
There's nothing to worry about. The Colonel wants Metal Gear and a new nuclear weapon so bad he can taste it. If Russia wants to regain its position as a military superpower, they need to reinforce their nuclear arsenal. They need a nuclear weapon that can't be intercepted. Metal Gear will allow them to gain first strike capability over the rest of the world.
Their regular army is in shambles, and they think they can restore their country's military power with nuclear weapons? Golukovich, he's no warrior. He's a politician.
But he's the one
You know, the funny thing, considering
He's got over
the events of the next 25 years, well, Liquid may have not been too far off on that one.
soldiers' brainwashing has started to wear off. I'm worried about the men's morale. An alliance with the Russians would boost that as well.
What are you saying?
We're not going anywhere. We're going to dig in here.
We could still escape.
We've got the most powerful weapon ever made, and we're about to ally with Golukovich's forces.
Are you going to fight the whole world?
And what's wrong with that? We can launch a nuclear warhead at any target on this planet. A nuclear warhead invisible to radar. And on top of that, this base is full of spare nuclear warheads. Once we get the DNA and the money, the world will be ours.
What about your promise to Colonel Golukovich?
I have no interest in the revival of Mother Russia.
You're not thinking of reviving Big Boss's dream.
From today, call this place Outer Heaven.
Big Boss's dream. But boss, you're not worried about the PAL being overridden. If the code is in it again, it'll be deactivated.
No need to worry. The DARPA chief and the Arms Tech president are both dead.
Does Snake know how the override system works?
You interrogated him, don't you know?
He didn't have any keys on him.
Good. Then no one can stop Metal Gear now.
By the way, what should we do with that woman? Want me to kill her?
Let her live. She's Campbell's niece, and Snake cares for her. We'll keep her as our ace in the hole.
Meryl, she's alive.
It's interesting because at this point she was dead. I'm pretty sure at this point she's dead if you gave in. And you also saw, also looking at the screen of Snake, so he knew the entire time he was there. At least I'm pretty sure that's the impression you're supposed to be taken away from that.
It can also be used to input the detonation codes. You see, if you insert the keys when the warhead is active, you deactivate it. And if you insert them when it's inactive, it...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. At this point in the story, she's dead because we did give in.
Yeah, you better get started. We don't have much time.
You know, as I explained last time, in a clean save, it's much better to get the stealth camouflage on your first run and then do a second run to get Meryl. Because mechanically speaking, it's just a straight up better option. It also makes New Game Plus much easier to do for her. No, reading chat again. No. If you give in, then she dies in the ending. You have to survive the torture and escape in order for her to live. Because Ocelot was not screwing around. He actually meant what he was saying. It may be one of the very few times in the games, in the series that he's just telling the truth.
The left one's for the room temperature key. See the symbol? Next to that goes the low temperature key. The one on the right is the high temperature key.
Okay, I got it. First, I change the shape of the card, and then I input them in order, right?
That's right.
And this is a reprise of the segment in Metal Gear 2 where we had to change the Gustavo's brooch to open different lockers.
Once you've finished with all three terminals, the code input process is complete. But here's the thing. You can only use the key 3 times. It's an emergency system. It's only meant to be used once.
Now Liquid Snake is seeing them.
This is bulletproof glass. There's no way in. I'll enjoy watching you die.
Snake, you've got to get that key.
You lost the key? Hurry up and find it. They've already entered the detonation code. The only way to stop that launch is to lock the system by re-inputting the detonation codes.
Also, this is one of the very few scripted alerts. You can just hang out here for it to go down. So this segment changes depending on your performance. Okay, let's see. If I remember correctly, if you get no alerts on the way up, then you have to deal with a rat. Otherwise, it's changed. Let me see. Forgot where I read it. You know, where it explained the differences on how sequence played out. Ah, here we go. Okay, so after he drops the key. Interesting. So you can either wait through the water to get or take damage, or find a rat that's got it. But I don't remember how. Yeah, whatever. Check out the red dot. That's where we need to go. Okay, looks like we got the water waiting. Ugh. Whoa. Oh no, we got the rat. I thought we did anyway. Oh, we got played. Get rid of this thing. The short bomber too. Yeah, bomb too.
Snake.
So use the mine detector to find it. Ah. Well, we could just bomb the exits. Yep. Find them and watch the fun happen. That rat can move. I shouldn't enjoy it as much as I did, but damn, it's fun.
What's up, Snake?
He is really philosophical. Anyway, so we're going to stop here and pick it up next time. Next time it's going to be the finale. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.